Tak jo, zdravím vás lidi, moje jméno je Jason T a vítejte opět u WWE Showcase naší Bloodline kariéry, kde začínáme Rocky Maivio, neboli teď známým jako The Rockem, v jeho začátcích v WWE, ve wrestlingu. Takže tady ho máte, jinak děkuju vám za podporu u téhle série, i u všech předchozích sérií jste skvělí. Jinak pokud jste fanoušky wrestlingu, nebo chcete být fanoušky wrestlingu, tak vám doporučuji si předplatit Netflix, kde máte vlastně Raw, SmackDown a NXT, což jsou 3 největší show WWE. Máte je tam v češtině, jeden den se to vysílá živě a druhý den nebo třetí den potom už je to s českým komentářem, takže pokud se na to chcete koukat, tak určitě doporučuji ten Netflix, protože na YouTube nenajdete úplně všechno, nebo všechny zápasy třeba ve full, najdete tam sestříhaný, nebo highlighty. A tady už vidíme Triple H, kdy začínal, který je teďka vlastně majitelem WWE v současné době, protože se přiženil do rodiny majitele a teď to padlo na něj.
Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight. Saxton, just curious, have you ever
exercised době ještě neměl tušení, že z něj bude majitel celý WWE.
Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Proto Triple H, protože všechno začíná na Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Jeho 3 jména. A my za Rockyho Maiviu, neboli The Rocka, se s ním budeme prát o náš první titul. Tady je ten titul Heavyweight Champion. Ještě udělám jednu věc a podívám se rovnou do nastavení. To bylo rychlý. Teď začínám dostávat, to se mi nelíbí.
Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000? Vintage move here. The Cobra clutch submission is in.
Tak, to máme jeden úkol zrovna splněnej. Chytnout ležícího oponenta do submise. Teď ho vyhodit ven.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses. And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize,
tak, a mimo ring mu dá dostatečný damage.
Absolutely uncorked attack on the champ there. There's a fisherman suplex. And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle.
Heavy combo, CO2.
Drop kick hits the mark. If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big attacks until Helmsley collapses under the onslaught. It's a bold strategy that will take everything the young Maivia.
Okay.
But you're right. It could be his best path to his first championship win. Fisherman suplex. Incredible. Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching frustration.
Can't quite put Rocky Maivia away. A testament to his
posral.
slugging it out, toe to toe now.
These two trading one blow after another.
Slugging away with everything they've got. It looks like we've got ourselves a
dostat na vrchní provaz.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
And Helmsley just showing this huge edge and experience here. I would say the most cerebral Intercontinental Champion we've had. Cerebral line? I like that description for Helmsley.
Back and forth, blow for blow, just teeing off on another.
Oh, that shot will give you the upper hand.
Ooh, stiff punch.
And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rock. Lift off! Lands the splash. Maivia dishing it out now.
Maivia keeps bringing the energy, and Helmsley has no answer. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high-risk...
Dostat ho do rohu, no, to
I don't
bude,
think
vole.
Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Tak.
Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match. Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle and a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Okay.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Pedigree? Ne.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one. The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolled through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new
To je všechno,
Intercontinental
OK.
Champion.
Zřejmě asi jo, no. Jo, máme to všechno. Tak tohle bylo kratší. Next match. Rovnou se podíváme, co nám tady Paul Heyman zase řekne pěknýho.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawai Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. his larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring,
Pěkně.
High Chief Peter Maivia
Takže
was a
dědeček do
potent
roka.
blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Dobře, takže si dáme ještě tenhle zápas. High Chiefa Petra Maivii. To je nějaká nová arena, to jo.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
Your following contest is
George the Animal Steele.
and is a steel cage match.
Jo, Steel Cage match, OK.
From Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Rokův děda, no, pěkně. A Steel Cage match. Vy jste viděli Steel Cage match je druh zápasu, kdy je kolem ringu daná klec a jsou dvě možnosti, jak vyhrát. Buď odpočítat soupeře, anebo vylejst z té klece prostě vrchem, jo? Takhle se ta klec spustí, zápasníci se tam zamknou a... takhle.
Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Trying to escape the cage. Uh-oh.
Mistake made by Steel. Oh.
Sharp chop. Oh, come on. That's a vile chop block. Targeted the lower body there, and it was highly effective.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia. Oh my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Oh, an eye rake.
That's not right, but effective.
Headbutt. He took a vicious hit there.
Oh, gosh, I hope we've got medical staff standing by.
Yeah, it sure looks like we'll need him.
Oh, he gets it right in the gut to create separation. Jarring European uppercut.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur.
Nevím, jak udělat ten...
Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole.
Pičovina,
He's been
vole.
prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steel, well...
Jakže jsou ty komba?
I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
George Animal Steel is
Pičovina,
not...
vole.
No signs of either combatant backing down. Oh, ouch! Looks like a
Posralo,
hockey
okay.
fight's just broken out.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Ne, jak jsem nervózní, tak...
Neither one giving up any ground.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
This is a war of
Pictures
attrition
and
with
play.
neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Struggling to get back on his feet, looking lost out there. What a shoulder block. Someone get the spatula. We have a human being.
Armbar locked in.
Been able to counter out into an arm drag.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body
Ne,
can be
prostě.
considered a weapon. What a headbutt.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Counter. He knew just what to do. Shoulder tackle.
Well, the unorthodox style of George Steele is certainly working well at this juncture.
From the top. Crash landing. Oh, eye rake.
That's not right, but effective.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again
Prostě
sometime.
není ono, vole, já nevím, jak to mám udělat.
The High Chief needs to survive this war
Raz,
against the
dva...
animal.
Ne.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Hold it, oh, reverses it. Shoulders down.
Nevím, jak to mám udělat, vole. No. Headlock punch.
Kicked out. This started as a match. Now it's a test of will.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the
Ale
enemy,
není ono, vole.
just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Peter Maivia. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye. Shutting that down with the back elbow. And look at this form of intimidation.
Fight or flight right now.
Big back body drop.
And now going to start the climb up the cage.
Taking it step by step, climbing onwards and upwards.
And there he goes, climbing up the cage wall. He's getting even closer to making an escape.
Oh, he's almost there.
He better move.
Each inch you climb puts you in more of a...
To jsem projebal, já nevím, jak to mám udělat. Prostě tady.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications.
To nebylo ono.
We'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain that. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the...
Tak co to do píči?
Sculpted physique of the High Chief, and the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Yes, tohle bylo ono.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Nice. Jsem to musel zmáčknout najednou.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Honing in on the arm.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Cranking the head. An impressive amount of offense against him here.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Teď ho dojebat, když je na zemi a posunem se dál.
George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact,
Ještě vylíz z té klece, to nebude nic jednoduchého.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
George beats him to the...
Jo, počkej. Jo, takže já mu mám dát finisher a vyhrát ten zápas jak chci.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some going for the home run.
Jarring impact.
And George is laid out. Maivia has
ještě
stayed in
druhej.
his sights, looking to put the animal
Mohlo
down
stačit.
once more, setting it up. Backbreaker.
Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter Maivia? 2. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
Pěkně.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew.
Podíváme se na další zápas, ale už to necháme na příště. Jen se podíváme, co nám poví Paul Heyman, co nás bude čekat, dámy a páni.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars.
Jdeme na ženský, toho jsem se bál.
The reigning queen of the ring is a reckoning. A force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock. Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate, she does!
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the bonsai drop known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
Ženská by tam měla být ten jedna, tak je dobrý, že si ji odbydem, když tak takhle na začátku.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is
Si dáme to
the
finále,
final
no.
match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crown already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
And it's all come
OK, dámy a pánové, jak jsem řekl, tohle se necháme na příště, takže doufám, že se vám tohle studio líbilo. Pokud jenom budu muset žádat like, koment, popřípadě odběr a my se uvidíme v další videa. Takže zatím, čau.